Hello, and welcome back to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget, and may the 4th be with you. Yes, Star Wars fan in this house for sure. Actually, both of us are. Hubby got me hooked on the first 3 movies of the series. I was already in love with the original number 4, 5, and 6, and he brought me back to the first ones, and yes, ever since then, I probably watched them more than he has. But I have a real reason for being here today. Today, since I haven't been able to talk to anybody in the last few days, it's been a little bit crazy around here. I have been missing posting and making videos, but I have not been uncrafty while gone. Although there's been a lot of work happening outside and in the woods and whatnot, there's been a little bit of craft time. And yesterday I got to go to the fiber wind down at the local yarn shop that I like to go to once a week. And I picked me up a gorgeous color of red. I am going to be doing a test knit sock pattern for the wonderful Emma Potter over at Potter and Bloom. I will link her channel below, and as soon as I can show you what I'm working on for her, I will, but obviously I can't right now. I'm still, hasn't even started. But anyways, I did a thing. I've been missing, I hadn't ever made one for me, and actually this one wasn't made in my colors. I just made it because I could make it, and I'll find a home for it later. But you know, you've seen part of it if you watched the last day of the Yarny Sisters Why Not swap, which was absolutely a blast. If you didn't watch that because you don't watch those daily vlogs, I understand, but you did miss out on a whole lot of crafts. I crafted straight through and tried to do as many projects as I possibly could during the month, and show off some of the wonderful things that Charlie sent me. I wanted to do that with this. Unfortunately, I didn't quite have enough of the colors that I was wanting to do, so I went another way with it. I bits and pieced some mandala yarn and made another owl. Wing number 1, wing number 2. Now, I did not make it as big as I have other ones. This one is just over my wingspan. I thought the other one, although very beautiful, was a little too much to handle, and so I wanted to do a little bit of experimenting with the wing size and numbers, and I think it worked out rather lovely. I still need to block it, but other than that, it's completely done. And I love how I got the nose to stay up this time very well. Still love this, making this pattern. I made a bunch of notes when I put it in my file, so that now I don't have to worry about the bumps in the pattern. I have my notes to go on. Now, another thing I wanted to do is during the Yarny Sisters Why Not swap, I found a whole bunch of totes in my closet. Not that I found the totes in my closet, I knew they were there, but I couldn't remember what was in them. And I have a bunch of stuff packed away that I've made, and I thought it would be fun to go through it with y'all and decide if it's going to get put up for seasonal stuff, if it's going to get put away in my closet so that I can actually use it, or if it's going to get gifted or donated. So I thought today we could go through the first one. I have 3 or 4 of these great big totes, plumb full of projects. Well, they're not doing anybody any good sitting in these boxes. Ooh, right away there's a fun thing on the top of this one. I remember making this project. This is a Crystal at Bag O' Day pattern. Boop, boop. There we go. This was a lot of fun to make. I think what I'm going to do, I put some stuffing in it up here so that it would actually stay up like a tree. What I'm going to do, I think, is actually stuff all of it and make a bottom and use it for a decoration on my countertop for Christmas. So that will be in the, I need to do a little bit of work to it pile. Oh, I remember making him a little lovely. There was no pattern for this. I just whipped him up. I will have to find a baby that needs a teddy. So that will go in the needs to find a home. Oh boy, that hat didn't do my hair no good. Oh, okay. Got a knitted hat for a little one. That will have to go in the donate or gift pile. It's cute, 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 cute. Oh, another Bag O' Day pattern. Butterfly purse. This was one of my first projects with Crystal, and Crystal was the one that I learned from. I just had to. And these are actually the colors I believe that Crystal used. I really enjoyed this. This will have to go in the, keep it around the craft room pile. I will find a place to put it in here and utilize it for maybe holding my ball bands or something like that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. One of Crystal at Bag O' Day's ponchos. Now, I'm not going to be able to link all of these patterns because I don't remember exactly, honestly, which pattern. But if there is ones that you cannot find when, by just going and searching their site, let me know and I will try to find the exact tutorial that was used, because back then when I was making this stuff I always use tutorials, so I know approximately where to find them. I should be able to find them again if there's a need for it. This will go in the, needs to go in my closet pile. I love wearing a poncho or something over me when it's cool, and or when we're out by the fire at night. Ah, ha, ha, another one. This is Crystal at Bag O' Day's pattern. This is her high-low poncho. But I put a cowl neck on this one. This is that Red Heart amethyst, I believe. I could be wrong on the name, but this is the ombre from Red Heart. And this will go in the, needs to be put up in my closet pile. Oh, I fell in love with this yarn when I made this shawl. I think I went back and bought 2 or 3 more cakes because I just loved working with yarn. It's a super humongous virus shawl in some of my very favorite colors, the pink and gray. This is Sweet Rolls yarn. Absolutely love it. It's scrunchy, soft, ooh, wonderful. This has got to go in the closet so that I can use it. Remember that I have it. Oh, yes. I made me a skirt. No judging. Yes, my hips are really that big, unfortunately. It's just for around the house, like, or out in the backyard if I got a swimsuit on or whatever, or if we happen to go to the pool. I don't really like my whole backside showing, so I like to slip a little something on over the top of my swimming suit. So this will have to go in the, put it in the closet so it can be used. Oh yes. This here is a bag-o-day pattern. Unfortunately, I can only wear it once in a blue moon. It's soft, and I used velvet yarn for this. Oh, it's soft and squishy and wonderful, but hot, 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 hot. This is a definitely only wear it in the winter when going on the motorcycle type of thing, but it's absolutely scrunchy. Scrumptious, 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 wonderful soft. I love the velvet yarn for how soft it is, and fortunately I haven't had any worming issues with it in this one. This will have to go in the, put it in the closet. Yes, I can sit there and rub on that all day long. And if it, you know, if you've felt a velvet yarn, you know what I'm talking about. Oh yes, this is another bag-o-day pattern. This is the pineapples. You can't really see them all that good. I was still learning about yarn choice in pattern when I made this. I'm very proud of it though. Just made it in a shirt size. I believe what I did is I took her beach cover-up pattern and I just used a smaller hook and figured out the amount of multiples that I needed and added some sleeves, also in the pineapple stitch. I just did that as a flat panel and stitched it up and then stitched it to the shirt. This will have to go in the closet so I can wear it again. That's wonderful. I'm having so much stuff that I can actually use. I remember making this pattern. Or this set here, I was so proud of myself. But it's just not my colors, unfortunately. But I made, and whew, little big, yeah, I was still learning about gauge when I made this. But I made an entire set. I was very proud of it when I made it, but again, just not my colors, and I don't really wear hats too often. So I think, unfortunately, this is going to have to go in the donation pile. Besides, it doesn't really get cold enough around here to need all that. But I'm sure somebody will love it. And I believe this one is a crystals pattern. This is the towel that goes over for your stove. This will go in the seasonal box so that I can put it up in July on the stove and have my 4th of July decorations out. This is a nice hat. Fortunately, I hate the yarn that it was made with, so this will go in the donation pile. This was some of that Bernat Pop. I believe it was lipstick on your collar, or lipstick on my collar. Pretty colors, but oh, I hated that yarn. Something fierce. This is one of the cupcakes. Nice kid-size hat. Unfortunately, it won't fit any of my nephews or nieces. They have big old honking grown-up size heads. but it'll make somebody happy. We'll put that in the donation pile. Oh, fingering weight Ross hat, child size. One of my first ones I ever made. That's going to go in the donations. First pair of slippers I ever made. I believe these are also a crystal pattern. They might not be, but I believe they are. It was a lot of fun to make. I wore them a few times. Being acrylic, it makes my feet sweat a lot. But I will put these up in the closet so they can get used next winter when it gets cooled down again. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. This is a crystal hat. One of her textured hats. I believe this is the Colorscapes yarn. Really like it. Very pretty. But, again, I don't wear hats much, so it's going to go in the donation pile. I made this one for the hubby. A single crochet beanie. Put that back out in his closet and we can put back in the rotation. He really likes his knitted ones a little bit better, but he will still wear this, so I'll make sure that that gets put away. Beautiful cowl. I believe this is also a crystal pattern. It's just a simple shell stitch. Very pretty. Probably gonna put this one in my closet so that I can wear it next winter. Another beautiful hat. This is the Newsboy hat from Crystal at Bag O' Day, of course. And this is the Colorscapes yarn. I really thought this hat was a lot of fun to make. I would like to make another one, but in cotton yarn or maybe in some wool, because the acrylic is just far too hot for me. So again, this is unfortunately going to go in the donation pile. Another cupcake yarn. This is the Chunky. I was just having fun playing with some stitches with this one. This was made for donation. I like to go to our local food banks and donate to them, because when people come in to get themselves a little something to eat, sometimes they are cold because they are homeless, or the kids don't have hats and scarves and stuff like that, so they can be distributed to needy families as they come in. Very nice cowl. This was the Sweet Rolls yarn again. This will be put up for motorcycle riding. That acrylic yarn will come in handy for when on the motorcycle it gets very cold. Okay, we got a little maple leaf that I need to tuck in my ends. This will go into my seasonal box. I have a very pretty cornucopia that I made using Crystal's pattern, but it was actually something else that I turned into a cornucopia, and I fill it up with a bunch of stuff every year. This was just a simple corner to corner rag. I wanted to see if I could figure out corner to corner when I did this rag, and well, I figured it out. Nice hat. Whoop! Kitty got in the box. Kitty fell. That one will go for donation. And then we just got a simple little headband, just playing around doing some stuff. I'll probably keep this, just keep my ears warm. And then we have a single crochet hat again. I believe this is Barcelona from Loops and Thread. I think I'll put that in the donation pile as well. That pile's getting a bit big. We have a small cowl that has a matching hat that I need to tie in the end on. So I will put this set in the donation pile once I tie in that end. This was made as a place setting. I meant to make another, a whole set of them, and I just never got that far. So I will probably put that aside and hopefully continue that project one of these days. Hush. Sorry about that. The wind blew, so she had to bark. And we have a very thick, very northern type hat. It's whew, I'm starting to sweat just putting it on my hand. So that'll definitely go in the donation pile. But that's what's in the box number 1. I think that's enough for today. I will go through box number 2 with you next time. Until then, I hope that you are crafting your happiness. Bye for now.